Yeah, good stuff. Let's preview and do our pick six for
Yeah.
the divisional week in the NFL for playoffs. Obviously, we're gonna leave out the Browns and Chiefs because I think the Browns have.
According to Chase Claypool, the Browns are going to get clapped this weekend.
Well, Chase Claypool has been right about everything so far. So
Right. He told
All
everyone.
right, Chase.
All right, man.
I was not on that TikTok feed when he said that, but I did watch it.
Chase
later.
would know about getting clapped because the Browns just did that to the Steelers.
Clap him, yes.
Yeah. So we're gonna leave that out just because I think that clapping leaves the Browns with about a 1.5% chance to win.
Yeah.
And I'm being generous on that half.
Yeah, they're gonna win.
But we'll go with the LA Rams and the Green Bay Packers. What do you guys have?
I'm gonna go Packers. I think the Rams are gonna be able to bottle them up a little bit. I mean, the Packers defense isn't great, but the Rams offense, like where do they go? I mean, that was even as bad as Seattle's offense was, against the Rams. Like the Rams really weren't that much better. So I don't expect them to be able to keep up scoring wise with the Packers.
Yeah, I've got the Packers too, and I think their defense is definitely has some questions, but against John Wolford or Jared Goff, who knows?
Didn't Wolford go to the hospital? Like, what's up with him?
He's dead.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. Lazarus. I think he's
Is he questionable? Is that what's going on?
I actually did not look at the injury reports.
I mean, he's questioning
Questionable
about
to
everything
die.
right now. So.
Questionable to die.
Questionable if he's alive or not.
Yeah, they haven't released the statement.
Jamal Adams may have murdered him.
So I think, and I just think the offense has just been too explosive. A guy that's been there a million times, Aaron Rodgers, I think he's at least getting past this point. And then, whether he beats the Bucks or Saints in the championship game is going to be another question, but I'm taking Packers.
Sure. Yep.
1 second. So is Jared Goff playing?
I think
Jared
Goff's projected
him if it's not
Right.
Wolford.
Okay.
I think they want to play Wolford. I really do. I mean, obviously they want to play Wolford, but I don't think that's going to happen.
Sure. I think, spoiler alert, Joel's probably going to win the pick six hierarchy. So I'm just going to
don't jinx it.
I'm just going to pick teams that I want to win, and I want the Rams to win. So I'm going to go with the Rams.
All right.
I will justify it by saying that the Green Bay Packers haven't played many teams with elite defenses.
True.
And the Rams have, on both running and passing sides of the ball, have an elite defense. So
yeah,
we'll see. They have to be able to score points, which is kind of worrying. But I think it'll be a low-scoring game. And I'm going to go with the Rams in a low-scoring game.
All right. Ravens versus the Bills.
I think the Bills just have it. I think the Bills win this game. I think they have a really good defense, underrated in some people's minds. And I don't know. They're just like, their offense is just firing on all cylinders. Like, they're probably they're a very low radar, like 13-3. Like, they don't feel like they went 13-3 to me. They feel like they went like 11-5, maybe at best 12-4. But yeah, I mean, their offense is incredible. Their defense is good enough. They have speed. They have some good speed on defense. Like, I think Edmonds will have a big game with just being sent in all directions at people. So I'm going to go with the Bills. Also, I want the Bills to win. So there you go.
I'm going to go with the Ravens. I just think they're going to kind of keep this thing going. They're hot right now. And I really think that they're going to be able to keep Josh Allen and that offense on the sideline for periods of time. It's really going to come down to, third down percentage. Like, how are they on third down? Can they stay on the field? And I think Lamar just makes enough plays. And I really just think they'll bottle up the Bills just enough. So I think, I'm going to go with the Ravens. It's going to be a close game, though, for sure.
Yeah, I think this is probably going to be the best game of this week.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
I am picking the Bills. And I'm picking the Bills because of Devontae Freeman.
All right.
Because Devontae Freeman just got picked up by the Bills today because of Zach Moss being out. So it's just
Right.
Devin Singletary and Devontae Freeman. And that's going to be the Derrick Henry. Unless the Ravens treat the Bills like they did with Derrick Henry and the Titans. And like you said, Ben, keep them off the sidelines and don't let Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, and this running game, whatever, mediocre running game, develop any kind of momentum. So I do think the Bills they're both solid defenses, to be honest, though. This is going to be a really good game, but I think I think Stephon Diggs is going to be a highlight reel this week, so I'm just going to go with that.
Yeah.
Hopefully Marlon Humphrey doesn't bottom him up too, or Marcus Peters. They got two good corners too. Both those guys can bottom up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I don't know if I'm talking myself out of it, but
yeah. But if the Bills get out to a quick lead, which they've shown they've been able to score pretty quick in the beginning of a game, and you try to make Lamar beat you through the air, like I still don't know if he's proven he can do that.
I don't think you can. I just don't think you'll have to. That's what I think.
Yeah, and that could be, but I don't know if the Bills just come out and score two quick touchdowns, because they're ready for the scheme in the first quarter.
Sure. If it's quick, it took pretty much everything for the Ravens to come back from 10 down this last week. So they got to come back from more than that. Yeah, it might be a struggle. I agree.
It's a tough game. We're skipping the Browns.
It's gonna be a good game, yeah.
Bucks and Saints.
I'm going Bucks.
I am also going Bucks.
Bucks get Devin White back. Saints offense is leaving a lot to be desired right now. I just don't think they can keep up. I think they will score some points, but I think I don't know. The Bucks they're playing really well. They really are, and I think this is Tom Brady time again. He's going to play his best, and the Saints certainly beat them up pretty good that first meeting. I don't know. I think that the Bucks kind of have a formula now figured out, and if they're able to run the ball at all, I think the Bucks win pretty easily. Honestly, if it's all on Brady, where he's got to throw the ball 50 times, I think it's going to be a close game. But I'm going Bucks.
Yeah, it's really, really, really hard to beat a team 3 times in a year.
Yep.
Definitely, obviously the Saints beat the Bucks twice already, and once by 38-3.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I just give the edge on the offense a little bit and creatively to Tom Brady and that offense. I think if either quarterback is going to look bad, my money's on Drew Brees. Just not being able to do the things that he wants to do. I think Tom Brady can do everything that he wants to do still. He can't run, and he never wants to. So, I just think the Bucs have too much for the Saints in the playoffs. I think they figured out their identity more than, obviously, especially the first game of the season. But even since the last time they played the Saints, and I just give it to them. The Saints always lose in dramatic fashion in the playoffs for the past 6 years. So it's got to happen.
Diggs, sideline.
Yes.
No, man. Sheesh. I'm taking the Saints, though. And you know what? I don't know why.
All right. Good.
Always good. Confidence.
There you go. Yeah, I'm not really confident about this one. This one I'm the least confident about of all my picks. Their defense on paper still has always looked good for the Saints.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Obviously, they didn't get a really real test though last week, but I don't think the Bucs did either, and the Bucs were disappointing in their test last week. So both teams definitely were very underwhelming last week against their opponents that they probably should have slaughtered on all accounts. I just think, I don't know, this is a tough game. It's going to be fun to watch this on the History Channel for sure.
Yeah, I saw that. That was good.
Is it on the History Channel?
No, it should be because those guys are both ancient.
Oh, ha 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 ha.
I don't know. I thought, if the Lions made it, they'd be on Comedy Central, and they put the Bears game on Nickelodeon. So I thought maybe the History Channel would pick one up.
Ridiculous, but all right, yeah. Then you got
Yeah.
Cordell Patterson dropping F-bombs on Nickelodeon. It was great.
He totally planned that. He was like, I'm waiting for my cue. Get as close as I can to the ref and just F this.
Yeah.
So I'm picking the Saints. I think Michael Thomas is getting a little healthier every single week again. Alvin Kamara, they're going to make it work for Breeze's noodle arm to do. It's interesting that Tom Brady's arm, still being older than Breeze, is definitely doesn't really.
Tom Brady had the most deep balls in the NFL this year.
And he has the weapons for it, so why not? More power to him.
Right.
And Thomas has obviously been hurt most of the year, so Breeze probably hasn't practiced much of those deep bombs. But man, I think the defense for the Saints is more impressive to me, even though again both defense is very good. But I think a healthier Mike Thomas and Alvin Kamara just is going to be enough superstars to help Mike Evans-less.
Sure.
Bucks.
No, Evans played.
Evans played?
He played last
Yeah,
week.
Evans played. He did pretty decently too.
Yeah, I mean he wasn't like amazing, but he played.
No, but they used him a lot.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, no kidding. I must have missed that part.
Does that change your pick?
It does not. I'm still I'll at the very least I'll let you guys come back in one more.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, Mike Evans had 6 catches for 120 yards.
Okay, that's actually really impressive. Considering we thought he was busted.
Like gobbling around.
Considering we thought he was busted for the year.
Yeah, 10 targets, 20 yards per catch.
Yeah, he was really good.
Yeah.
They used him, to say the least.
Let's go with the Wisconsin-Michigan game here that's happening in 6 minutes.
Yeah.
David with the hot hand, I'm going to go with Michigan because they're undefeated.
Yeah, Michigan's biggest test. Wisconsin's tough. Play some stretch fives. I don't know if Dickinson can guard stretch fives. I haven't need to see him really do it. Maybe they'll just put Wagner on the stretch five. I don't know. We'll see what happens there. But Michigan's at home. Not that means anything because there's no crowd, but I don't know.
That hardwood is better for their feet. They understand that hardwood.
Yeah, Michigan's just – they're firing on all cylinders. Wisconsin's left a little bit to be desired the last couple games. I mean, they've won some games, but it's just been a little closer. Like the Indiana took them to double overtime.
Yeah, right. That was bad.
Indiana's bad. So I just think Michigan's hot. They're going to continue the hot streak at least one more game. So
I think unfortunately the hot streak is going to come to an end. All good things have to, and like we've talked about all year, the Big Ten is going to beat up on each other.
Sure.
And I think, like you said, Ben, Wisconsin's got the stretch five. This is really going to prove how well-versed Dickinson is already in his young age, because Dickinson's killing it this year. I'm super excited about him as a player, but it's going to be a different kind of test for him tonight. Yep. So I think Wisconsin's going to – I think it's going to be like a 5-6 point game at the end. But
Michigan's projected only by 3, so yeah.
It's going to be – I think it's going to be a good game, but I'm going to take Wisconsin on this. I think all good things have to come to an end. I'm not expecting a perfect season by any means. And
no.
Wisconsin's a tough test, and I think it's just a different test for Dickinson, who's fired on all cylinders this year.
Sure.
No, I think Michigan goes undefeated all year.
I would love it.
Runs the table.
Yeah. Let's go with Texas Tech and Texas. That's tomorrow, 9 p.m.
Go Texas. Texas is better than I thought they were. I still don't think they're the number 4 team in the country, just because I'm not quite sure where they get offense all the time. Andrew Jones has been good. They've got some young guys that are really good, but they just still play an ugly brand of offense. They play some tough defense. Shaka Smart obviously can coach defense. But I will go Texas. Texas Tech plays lockdown defense traditionally under Chris Beard too, but there's not going to be very much offense in this game. I wouldn't be surprised if it's in the 60s. I think Texas would probably want it to be higher scoring because they want to get up and down, but I just don't think they have the shooting to do it necessarily. But I'm going to go Texas, by 8 to 10, something like that.
Okay.
I want to hear what you're doing, Joel.
I was just going to say so. Thank you, sir. I'm going to go with Texas Tech, though.
All right.
I'll go with Texas.
All right. Yeah, making me sweat. Man. Let's go with the last one here, then. The Washington Wizards and the Detroit Pistons.
Wizards. Pistons are bad. And kind of like we talked about before this, if you're going to be bad, go all in on being bad. So keep being bad. I'm fine with it.
Yep. the Pistons do not have guard defense. And you're playing Bradley Beal and Russell Westbrook. I think, is Westbrook playing?
Westbrook is out.
Okay, Westbrook is out, but still you're playing Bradley Beal.
He
could.
So is
he'll score enough
Mo Wagner
teams.
is also out.
That's true. Freaking deal right there.
But Bradley Beal can score enough points for Westbrook and Beal. So I think Bradley Beal, I would not be surprised if he scores more than his 35-point average he has so far this season. Yeah, so I'm just going to go with the Wizards. Also, I want that to happen because
that draft lottery matters so much.
Right.
Yep.
But if the Pistons are going to be bad, I want them to be really bad.
I'd agree.
All right, well, I'm going to take the Pistons.
All right, cool. Be different.
Yeah, this is definitely going to put you guys right back in the race if this goes horribly wrong. But it is going to be the Bradley Beal show for the Wizards. But I mean, we got Killian Hayes out for Detroit also, so he's not playing. Derrick Rose is day to day, so who knows what's happening with that. I think it's just going to be more of a team game for the Pistons in this game, and it's at home, and obviously that matters right now. So super
it's probably
crucial.
Better for the Pistons to be at home because then they're not sad that it's quiet because it should be quiet. Like when they're home normally, like
you're not sad. There's only 10 people at the game.
It's going to be like those high school basketball games, like Silent Nights or no crowd noise.
Yeah, except there's actually just nobody there.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know. I feel like the Pistons are going to put more of a team game together. You're going to get a lot of guys like Plumlee and Rose, and if he plays, and obviously Grant's somehow putting up 25 points a game. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking it could happen. So I'm just going to go with the Pistons.
Anything could happen.
Yeah, I guess. So I'm going to go with it because maybe I want the Pistons to win because I think the lottery is meaningless. I have my feelings about it.
Okay.
All right. Well, that closes up the pick six, so we'll see what happens with that.
Yeah.
Relatively, I mean, I've got a 6-game lead on Isaiah right now, so I mean, almost different on all those games, right?
Yeah, we'll see what happens here.
I think we're different, on almost everything.
Except the Bills. You and I both picked the Bills, Isaiah.
We did both pick the Bills.
Let's see. Everything else looks like we are different on.
All right. Well, I'm going to go 6-0, and you're going to go 1-5. So
that still gives me that 1-point lead.
Well,
but then it comes down to next week, the last week, though. Because if you go 6-0, Isaiah, then you're only 3 away from 63. Same with Ben. If you go 6-0, then looks like you're going to be 5 away. So you'd have to have a 5 in the next one next week. But either way, it's probably ending for sure after next week's picks.
Yep. No doubt.
Probably.
So good stuff. I don't know what my monologue is going to be about yet. I don't want to.
We'll give you a week after you win. We'll give you until that next week to say it, so you can come up with something good.
I got to write it.
I still win, so don't worry about it.
I was going to say, well, I didn't want to write it and then jinx myself, and also I'm in the process of writing about Catholicism and the Reformation, so I'm got other sermons to write.
Paper about that if you want some reference. I've done it.
Well, because you're like the battle of both. We should just get you on the show. You're a former Catholic, now Reformed man.
Throw me on the show. I can talk about some stuff. Dealio.
We'll see what day Isaiah's got this planned for and what time.
Yeah. Shoot me a text. I can probably join.
Plans? I don't have a plan.
It's true. All of our plans are super last minute, just
right.
Discombobulated. But you can check us out next week on the 6-3 and also on the Underground Theology podcast. All right, we'll see you guys later.
See you.
See ya.